Very good morning, dear children. As we completed first part of the chapter Journey to the End of the Earth, and the first part was part of history. Okay, now today we will study human impact part number 2 in the same chapter. So here we go. Human civilizations have been around for a paltry 12,000 years. Means this civilization, human civilization, did exist on this planet 12,000 years ago. Barely a few seconds on the geological clock. Means these 12,000 years are barely a few seconds on geological means depend on geographical aspect, geological clock. In this short amount of time, this is not short, it's such a long time. But if we talk about geological clock, it is just a short amount of time. We have managed to create quite a ruckus, means movement, etching, sign of going, or dominance over nature. Means these 12,000 years they dictate us the overtaking of nature by humanity. Okay, means simply I should say these 12,000 years show us the selfishness, the overconsumption of natural resources by men. Nature with our villages, towns, cities, mega cities, with all these parts of our human life. The rapid increase, fast increase of human population, first point is population, has left us battling with other species for limited resources. So, the first human impact on this earth is population. My dear children, you know it very well that we are the top most second country in the world in this regard. Fine. And we are still underdeveloped, but we never think to stop population explosion. Got it? In class plus one, there is one chapter you might have read, the alien planet. This chapter and the alien planet, both of them, they talk about saving of nature, indirectly or directly. Okay, so here we got to see the first impact or first factor of humanity on nature is population. Okay, resources and the unmitigated burning of fossil fuel has now created two blanket of carbon dioxide around the world. Okay, and these factor means population really creates a carbon dioxide, not simply like a blanket even covered. The complete earth is covered with blackness of carbon dioxide around the world. That's why we have this ozone layer hole. It is what it is because of pollution, and pollution comes out from what? The root cause is pollution, population. Okay, so which is slowly but surely increasing the average global temperature. This carbon dioxide created by this population factor surely increase the temperature on global level. Then next one, climate change is one of the most hotly contested environmental debates of our time. Means climate, this topic, climate is a topic on which most of the best people and countries they discuss. They have debates on this. Now, the first question in the debate: will the West Antarctica ice sheet melt entirely? First question. Due to climate change, due to overconsumption of natural resources, or due to increase in carbon dioxide around the world, will the West Antarctic ice sheet melt entirely? Now, will the Gulf Stream ocean current be disrupted? Okay, will it be the end of the world as we know it? Dear children, if the this ice of West Antarctica started melting, okay, then obviously it would be the end of the world or end of the earth. Maybe or may not be. Even the writer Ishani Doshi, she points out maybe or may not be. It will be an end of the world or not. Either way, Antarctica is a crucial element in this debate. If somebody talks about climate change on a global level, definitely in her or his example, the person has to point out Antarctica. Not just because of its the only place in the world which has never sustained a human population. Generally and basically, there is no human being on Antarctica, so it is pointed out there. Not just because it's the only place in the world which has never sustained a human population and therefore remains relatively pristine. Pristine means healthy in this respect. My dear children, I just tell you one thing here. Wherever we go, maybe in forest, sea beaches, or even in on Mars, we definitely disturb the nature. Definitely. In common saying, we say that we are eco-friendly, but no, it's not. You see that animals, wherever they live in forest or nearby our society, they never disturb the nature. Got it? So, why this particular place, Antarctica, is still, you can say, humanless? Because first thing, the climate does not suit. Second thing, that it is healthy because we do not stay for a longer time over there. But more importantly, because it's holds on its ice cores half million years old carbon records trapped in its layer of ice. Still, this Antarctica gives proof that the humanity has crossed its limit to consume nature, because still we find what? Still we find these ice cores, they are trapped with what? Carbon records. Means the layer of blackness can be found even in the icebergs. And these are the proof that we people even do not hesitate to pollute this Antarctica also. Then, if we want to study and examine the Earth's past, present, and future. Now, the point is, if we want to study the past, present, and future of Earth, Antarctica is the place to go. Means Antarctica is the only place that can tell us all these three parts, like past, present, and future, because it is just a mystery. And if we want to get to know all these different parts of our life, means past, present, and future, definitely Antarctica is undoubtedly, you can say, a place which can tell us all about us, and it also can tell us all about our activities, what had our ancestors do, what had our ancestors done with this Antarctica, and what we are doing nowadays, and what will happen with us and with this nature. All the questions can be answered by Antarctica only. Now, students on ice, the program. It was the program started by Geoff Greene and associated with this writer Ishani Doshi. Students on ice, the program I was working with on the Sokilske aims to do exactly this by taking high school students to the ends of the world and providing them with inspiring educational opportunities which will help them foster new understanding and respect for our planet. So here, Students on Ice was the name of the program. Okay, and in this one, Ishani Doshi was working with this academic circles. Okay, and the aim of this one was to take high school children to the end of the world, means to the Antarctica, to take high school students and to you can say take them to the end of the world, means Antarctica, and give them some opportunity, educational opportunity, okay, to let them understand new things, respect for our planet, let them learn something, let them see something new, let them do something new to save our planet Earth. Then it's been in operation for 6 years. This Students on Ice has been in operation for 6 years, headed by Canadian Geoff Green. This is the person who has been heading this particular project for 6 years, who got tired of courting celebrities and retired rich curiosity seekers who could only give back in a limited way. So here it is being told, my dear children, that this Canadian person used to take all the celebrities, retired persons, and rich persons with him to the end of the world, and all these people, all these celebrities, they just could give back in a limited way, means their feedback, okay, their observation of this Antarctica was just in some limits. And here these celebrities and rich people, they were replaced by high school children by Ishani Doshi. The reason I just want to read right now. With ice limited way, with students on ice, this was the program. With students on ice, he offers the future generation of policymaker a life-changing experience at an age when they are ready to absorb, learn, and most importantly act. Here is the reason. Now the question is, why did Ishani Doshi choose high school children to her expedition or to her program Students on Ice? Because they are ready to absorb. Absorb means to get, observe, learn new things, and most importantly, they do something to find the remedies of the problem. And this thing was not possible with these celebrities and retired rich person. That's why this writer Ishani Doshi, she took the children with her, high school children, because these children are young mind and young generation, and of course they are active in their observation, learning, and action also. Now next one, the reason of program has been so successful is because it's impossible to go anywhere near the south pole and not to be affected by it. Now if I talk about Antarctica only, it's very hard to reach at the south pole, and that's why they were away from this so that they would not be affected by the south pole. It's easy to be bliss about polar ice caps. Okay, bliss means happiness, and ice caps melting while sitting in the comfort zone of our respective latitude and longitude. These are the global things that you know very well. But when you can visibly see glaciers retreating and ice slabs collapsing, you begin to realize that the threat of global warming is very real. So here it is being given practically, my dear children. How? When you see all the things on globe, like on latitude and longitude, that the things are, when you can visibly see glaciers, means big icebergs, they are collapsing, they are starting melting, and it was because of pollution, and pollution is the root part of humanity, means pollution created by humanity only. So here when you see the things falling down, you feel that the threat of global warming is very accurate, is very real. Okay, that's why the people talk about global warming and they start doing something else to remove this problem. That's why in automobile company we started BS series, like BS second, third, fourth, and then directly six. Nowadays you can find BS6 vehicles on the road or even in the agencies. So it is just a part of global warming. Okay. Now next one, Antarctica, because of her simple ecosystem and lack of biodiversity, is the perfect place to study how little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Okay, so here today we stop here. See, when you see all these things here of the simple ecosystem, you will find that small thing, little things, small changes, they will result in big things. It happens when many small things they get together, when many small regions they get together, they result something bigger. They result something bigger means their result will be catastrophic. And if I talk about of this particular problem, global warming, it is very real, and it really results in a great loss of person and property both, and most commonly the nature itself. Okay, so dear children, that's all for today. The remaining part we will read in next video. Till then, do reading and stay blessed. Thank you.